Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, Fixing It Up with Sandra. And in case you didn't know, I'm Sandra. Today we are going to be making a carrot cake, which happens to be my absolute favorite cake in the whole wide world. And we're gonna cheat a little. We're gonna use a boxed mix, but we're gonna be adding some good stuff to it to make it somewhat homemade. So this is gonna be a really simple recipe. We are gonna make our own frosting it's gonna be a cream cheese frosting, so that will taste definitely homemade. But I wanna show you how you can dress up these cake mixes and make it your own. Add a little personality to it. So, all right, let's get started. Let's waste no time. So we're gonna be using the super moist carrot cake mix. Are you one of those people that hate the word moist? I don't know. I love moist. I love a moist cake. So I don't know why people hate that word so much. Although sometimes it makes me think of like swampland, but whatever. So anyway, so we're gonna be using this cake mix. Oh, you know, I forgot the walnuts. Let me grab those real fast. Okay, grab my walnuts. So I'm doing this a little backwards. I have normally I am on the other side of the island, but the way that I've been seeing my videos are kind of dark. So I was like, well, let's just let the natural light hit my glowing face. And so we're gonna try it this way. So I'm a little bit backwards when it comes to being on this side because all of my utensils are on the other side, but we'll make it work. All right, so we're just gonna throw our cake mix into, I still have to read, I don't know how many times I have made a box cake. I still have to read every single direction like it's my first time. So I'm just gonna throw it into the mixer. We're gonna, now, once we just go ahead and leave that like that, we're gonna throw in 3 eggs. Oh my gosh, see, I almost put the egg into the garbage. I'm definitely backwards on this side. Okay, so I've got 3 eggs in there. We're gonna do 2/3 of vegetable oil, 2/3 of a cup of veggie oil. I have a friend who bakes delicious cakes and hers are incredible. I wish I could bake like that, but I don't mind a box cake by any means. So it says 1 cup of water. This is where it gets a little tricky. I'm gonna be adding crushed pineapple to my cake. And so because of the moisture in here, again, that word moist, I don't really want to add too much water, so I think I'm just going to do like half a cup of water because I want to have the pineapple juice. I'm not going to drain this. I'm just going to leave it as is. So I'm going to do half a cup of water. And then I will add, don't have any utensils. Let's see if I can do this without. I love pineapple in a carrot cake. It just gives it this sweetness that's so delicious. You don't add a hair of water into that. It just gives it like a sweetness that I can't really explain. It just does something to the cake. There was a local bakery that used to make carrot cake and they did it with pineapple. And then when COVID happened, you know, they shut down. And then when they reopened back up and they started making their carrot cake, they started leaving the pineapple out. I don't know what happened, if people were just like, we don't like the pineapple, but I miss it so much. So that's why I'm making my own carrot cake today. And you cannot have a carrot cake without raisins. So I'm just doing a box. This is roughly like 1/4 of a cup. And when I say box, this is like a 1.33 ounce. I might do 2. You gotta have carrot cake. I like cake with stuff in it. So we're gonna do this. I'm gonna go ahead and start the mixer. Throw some carrots in for the carrot cake. And I just buy these matchstick carrots. I like to make egg rolls, and so I like to have these on hand because they're perfect, and I can't dice carrots like this. So we're just gonna toss some of this in. And then we're gonna add some walnuts. And these are already chopped walnuts, and I just go by sight. I just add enough, probably again, 1/4 of a cup. Then just let this mix together. And I'm debating on whether to add just a little bit more pineapple. Probably so. A little bit more of that juice in there. This is gonna be so good. And while that's going, I'm gonna go ahead and prep my pan. Oven's ready. So this is, I have a, gosh, what is this again? I swear, sometimes I need to prep before I do a video. This is the 9x13, I believe. So I'm gonna spray it down. And I have become a fan of adding parchment paper to the bottom of any like cake pan or anything like I bake with. It just makes it so much easier to remove the cake or bread, whichever one I maybe. Okay, do that. It's just about ready. All right, let me make sure it's all blended together. Let me grab a spoon. See, like I said, I'm all backwards. I've got all my utensils and everything on that side. So it's a little weird working over here. Okay. Get all of the good stuff. Let me toss that right there. Just want to give it a couple of stirs. I just want to see, like, I don't really know, like, how many or how much of the like the nuts and the raisins and all of that good stuff I actually have in there until I start stirring and just kind of eyeballing it. And I think I'm pretty happy with how my measurements are. And basically what I did is, like, the walnuts, the raisins, the pineapple, and the carrots, all of those I mostly added like 1/4 of a cup. With the pineapple, I probably added just a little bit more. I adjusted the water from 1 cup to 1/2 cup with a splash because I don't want to add that 1 whole cup because, again, the pineapple has its own moisture. So, all right, we're just gonna dump this bad boy in here. Now, this is how I make a boxed cake taste and look a little fancy. And this is obviously a bigger pan. All right. There we go. Don't want to waste 1 ounce of this cake. Like I said, it's my absolute favorite. Okay, gonna tap it a couple of times. Now it's ready to go in the oven. The cake is in the oven, so now it's time to make our cream cheese frosting. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna get an 8-ounce package, cut it in half because you need 4 ounces of cream cheese. We're gonna, and make sure that it's at room temperature, that it's nice and soft. I'm gonna put that into the mixer. As soon as I unwrap it. So that goes in the mixer. We're gonna do 1 stick of butter. The recipe usually calls for unsalted, but I only have salted, so that's just what I'm gonna go with. And it's at room temperature, it's nice and soft. And this is 4 ounces. So if you see the recipe where it says 4 ounces of butter, it's a whole stick of butter. And then it calls for 2 cups of powdered sugar. So we're just gonna actually get that going together. And then 2 cups of powdered sugar. Let that mix. And we're gonna do 1 teaspoon of vanilla, which I forgot, so let me grab. All right, and my friends made me vanilla, so I'm super excited to try this out. I have never had homemade vanilla. This is so awesome. And then I guess you can just keep refilling this bottle with vodka, and then it just keeps on making itself, which is so cool. This is the thing that I love about learning really how to cook, is this kind of stuff. I'm just blown away, which is super awesome because I'm easily amused. So we're gonna add a teaspoon of vanilla, and then I'm gonna add that last cup of powdered sugar. And this is all just gonna come together. Let me just get the butter off of here. And because I want to keep my frosting, nice and soft for when the cake comes out, I'm gonna leave this out on the counter. I'm not gonna stick this in the fridge before the cake is done. There's nothing better than homemade frosting, I'm telling you. My grandma used to make it. Like, she never made a boxed cake until very late in life. And then she never bought store frosting either. So I grew up eating homemade frosting, and I didn't really appreciate it so much when I was a kid, but now I love it. My friend, the baker, she obviously only makes homemade frosting. And so when I get a piece of like her cakes or pastries or anything like that, they're just heaven. Make sure everything is mixed together and give it a little taste. Oh my God, that is so good. I am very impressed. So this vanilla, delicious. I gotta let my friends know. It gives it such a good flavor. But that's it. That's homemade cream cheese frosting. So simple. And what's so funny is that maybe a couple years ago, if you would have told me this is how easy it is to make frosting at home, I would have not believed you, because I'm just developing the technique, the appreciation first for food, and how to use it in so many different ways. And I'm just mind blown at how simple it is to make all of these super delicious dishes so easily. I'm like, why have I been buying store-bought all of this time? So this is it. The cake will be done in about 20 minutes, and I'll show you what it looks like when it comes out of the oven. All right, the cake is out of the oven, and it came out so easy of the pan. It came out of the pan so easy. Let me say that one more time because of having the parchment paper on the bottom. So now I'm just gonna let this baby cool, and I love seeing all of the pineapple and the carrot and the raisin poke through. As soon as this cools, it's gonna be time to frost. All right, so now that the sun has started to set, I can be back in my little area where I can, Yeah, it's now time to frost the cake. So we have the homemade cream cheese frosting. I've had it sitting out on the counter, so it's nice and soft and it's easy to work with. We're gonna go ahead and coat this cake, and I cannot wait to have some. Now don't judge me based on my frosting. I am not a professional. That is my friend. But anyways, I am doing this video because have you ever watched, there's this lady, I don't think she has her cooking show anymore, but it was Semi-Homemade with Sandra Lee. And I just loved it because she showed how you can take like canned goods, boxed goods, and you know, spice it up a little bit and then make it your own and then have it semi-homemade. So she really inspired me to, you know, branch out and try cooking, but I didn't have to, you know, jump in all at once. I could start with doing like the things that she was showing, you know, semi-homemade. So that's kind of what this version of the carrot cake is. And as I'm spreading this frosting, I'm kind of thinking I want to add a little bit more, which I could make at a later time. I'm really trying to like tone down my sugar intake when it comes to pastries and all of this good stuff. So I just might leave this thin layer, although more likely than not, I'm going to be making another batch of frosting. So this is just heaven. There's nothing better than baking a cake on a cold and rainy day. You warm up the whole house, you get a nice treat. I've been working hard all day, so this is definitely going to be my reward at the end of the day. All right. Nothing fancy about the decorations, although I think I might sprinkle a little coconut and walnuts on top of here. Let's go grab that and do that on top of the cake. So this cake is going to be so full of flavor. Like I said, we've added real carrots, raisins, pineapple, walnuts, and now I'm going to top it with a little sprinkle of coconut. This is just going to be delicious. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. So this kind of makes up for not having a whole bunch of frosting on it. Just do like this. Okay. I love coconut. And then just a few extra pieces of the walnuts, kind of crush them up just a little bit more. This is just to make it look pretty. And I know people can decorate a heck of a lot better than I can, but that's okay. This is still gonna taste so good. And I think I've said that about 15 times in this video. All right, there we go. Semi-homemade carrot cake. Ta-da! I'll bring you closer so you can see exactly what we're working with right here. As always, thank you so much for watching this video. It really means the world to me, and I hope that you enjoy this simple how to do carrot cake. Now, this is, I didn't even think about it, but this is perfect for Easter. So make this cake what you want it to be. I definitely am. I'm gonna have a nice bite after the video, but as always, if you like what you're seeing, please give this video a thumbs up, just so I know this is the kind of content that you guys want to see. Also, if you want to subscribe to my channel, that'd be fabulous. And then, of course, hit that notification bell so you're notified every single time I upload a video, because I've said time and time again, I always want to get a video up on Fridays However, it can happen sooner than that. So just make sure that you hit that notification bell so you're notified so you don't miss any content that I'm putting out. Other than that, have a wonderful and safe week. I will be enjoying this carrot cake and taking a much needed break. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys again very soon.